Hey guys, it's Alexis, aka The Soft Reader, and I'm here today to do the My 3-in-1 topic. For those of you who don't know, the 3-in-1 thing comes from a Goodreads group called Booktubers from around the world. I will of course leave the link to the Goodreads group down below. The person who I kind of discovered this group from was Andrew at OK So Booksickly, so I will also leave his channel down below as well. He's a fantastic booktuber from South Africa, and I highly encourage you all to go watch him. This month's topic is basically 3 books that we think would make fantastic TV shows, movies, books that we would like to see become movies or TV shows. So for me, I have 2 books that I think would make great movies and 1 that I think would make a fantastic TV show. To start with, I'm gonna go with the answer I always give to this question, which is the 1 book I think would make a phenomenal movie, and that is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. This is always my go-to answer for this. This tells the story of 2 twins, Jude and Noah, and it's basically told from one point in their timeline from Noah's point of view, and then 2 or 3 years later from Jude's point of view, and it covers this period in their lives where something has happened. I think the alternating storyline really applies well to cinema. I think it's something that could really be done beautifully. I think they can use different lighting or different cinematography styles to express the difference in time to fit Jude and Noah's different stories. The writing in this book also lends itself to that cinema style because in both Noah and Jude's perspectives, there are these little asides that kind of take you out from the prose, and I think both of those could be represented so interesting on cinema. Noah has this thing where he basically described a painting reflecting basically the scene and the place he's in, and I think that that would be a really interesting thing to do because you could apply that as like a graphic or even insert it into the actual filming itself. And Jude has these little sayings from her dead grandmother's book, and she also sees her deceased grandmother, and so I think both of those could be very interestingly done on camera as well. So I would love to see this become a movie. The next one I'm going to mention is a 3-book series that I think would make a fantastic movie, and that is the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series by Jenny Han. This is just a contemporary following our main character, Laura Jean, and she basically has written these letters to these boys that she's had crushes on, and then that's her way of getting over her crush, and she writes them, puts them in a hat box in her closet, and is done with her crush. So one day while she's in high school, her junior year, all of her letters actually get sent out to the 5 boys she's written these letters to, and so she basically has to confront these boys. I just think that a contemporary of this style really lends itself well to being a great summer movie. I would love to see a young adult movie with a Korean main character. I think that that's something that you don't see a lot of. So partially for that fact, I would like to see this become a movie, but I also just think that this is one of my favorite contemporaries, one of my favorite contemporary series, and so it would be a pretty hard thing to mess up, and for that reason I think it would make a fantastic movie. The last one I'm going to mention is the one that I think would make a good TV show, and that is Shallow Graves by Callie Wallace. I absolutely love this book. This book follows our main character Breezy as she basically wakes up one night and crawls herself out of a grave where she realizes that she has evidently been dead for a year. So this is basically about her going on a cross-country journey trying to figure out exactly what happened to her, how she died, why she mysteriously woke up a year later, and why she suddenly has the ability to kill people who have done bad things. I definitely think that this lends itself well to being stretched out over the course of a season or even possibly 2. Almost in like a supernatural style, as Breezy is kind of going from place to place trying to figure out what's happening to her, but I think that as she goes from place to place, there could be own miniature storylines per episode. So like she goes to Montana in one episode and meets a werewolf or something, and it's about her, you know, helping this werewolf with a problem or something like that. Like I think it could be that very supernatural journey type of a story, working already with a lot of the themes in Shallow Graves. I also would love to see a lot of the representation we have in this book portrayed on film. This is about Breezy, who's an Asian American main character. She's also bisexual. There are 2 Middle Eastern brothers in this book, one of which is queer. There's also just a lot of themes in this book that I love that are covered, and I would love to see that done on TV for young adults. Alright, so those are my 3 books that I would think would make great TV shows or movies. I would love to hear down below what books you guys think would make fantastic movies or television shows, and I'll see you guys soon with another video.